On this episode of Better Than a Lecture, Dr. Carol Wilson travels to the continental shelf located off the coast of Louisiana and cores the bottom of the ocean.
Bring it up. She's going to hit bottom, and then we're going to bring it up afterwards. Right now we are on the Louisiana continental shelf. This is pretty much what it looks like. Lots of open skies, open water. Peppered on the horizon are some oil and gas platforms. You'll notice that the water here, we are offshore of Grand Isle at this location, and the water here is not as muddy as other areas. Our first coring location was actually very close to the Mississippi River mouth, and the water there was a lot browner and murkier. Still got some brown in this, so we call that turbidity, so that means there's suspended sediment in the water column. Here it's a little bit less because we are probably about 30 miles or so away from the delta, the actual opening where the Mississippi River goes into the ocean here. And this is our multi-coring device. We're going to put this overboard. A multi-coring device will take sediment samples of the top 50 centimeters of the substrate. And you'll see here we've got 4 tubes that are empty right now. We're going to put this overboard, see what we can get. All right, and she's going down now.
YouTube channel?
There she goes. We'll bring it up. She's going to hit bottom, and then we're going to bring it up afterwards. All right.
26?
Here we go. This is what we've got.
Yeah, 26.
We've got 26 centimeters of sediment in this very first one.
Yeah, this is the second one. It's 27.
And 27 centimeters in the other one. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Those look like they're keepers. They look good. All right. So I'm here with Johnny. Hey, Johnny. And what we're doing is he is wrapping up an X-ray core from what we just collected. So we found out when we opened this thing up that it seems to be that there's like a layer of sand at the very top, and then at the very bottom there's a lot of finer grained material that we call silt and clay. And what we're collecting right here is a special kind of sediment sample called an X-ray tray, so that we can preserve the sediment in this. We're going to take it back to the lab and put it under an X-ray to see the laminations and the detail inside the sediment core here. Because by the naked eye, we can't really tell much except maybe a change in color. But when we take an X-ray of this thing, a lot of details will come out and emerge. All right, and here we are with Nikki and Sophie. They're both graduate students at LSU. And what they've got is they've got one of our cores that's been put on what's called an extruder. That actually you spin it just like Nikki's doing right now. And that allows essentially the core to act, or this extruder to act like a push pop, where part of the core gets pushed out to the very top in centimeter increments that Sophie is then putting into a labeled world pack bag for sampling. And those samples then go back to the lab for analysis.